like it's like apart we are nothing. Together we are the A-Team. Actually, no, the A-Team were really good separate.
Yeah.
That's a really bad example.
Yeah.
It's the Spice Girls. They're the Spice Girls. Terrible apart,
5 seconds
very marketable
remaining.
together.
This is such a marketable lineup. Excellent. I can't wait for Tiny and Gyro to drop their mixtape. Actually, I've heard Gyro from Slacks. Yeah, I don't think that would be very
Well,
marketable.
you got it right. Like Io is high-pitched percussion. He'll be like the flute player. He'll be the unique instrument in the band. Tiny is the
I wonder what Tiny plays.
Tiny is the drummer. 100% drums, man. He's the big bass drum. And Gyrocopter is the voice.
He's there.
He's there. He's the backup singer.
He's just there for the drinks. Oh, this is a pretty good pick actually. Batrider is one of the classic counter picks to Tiny. Really, really good. Tiny hates the sticky napalm for the turn rate. Doesn't deal very well with napalm at all. It's also good against Gyrocopter for similar reasons. And with Vici already showing these two cores, they could try to get a third core that stands well against the Batrider and put their Tiny mid. I think that's the last solution they have to avoid these core matchups, because you don't want to dual lane mid, right? So you gotta get a bit creative here. Maybe something like Phantom Lancer, or we could see is Weaver still in? No, they banned Weaver themselves, so they can't go that route. Slark is pretty bad. Yeah, there's actually just not that many options. They could go for the Faceless Void that they've played before, but I kind of really don't like Void.
Void
right now in
seems
this
really dangerous against ET.
Yeah, it's so-so.
Legion Commander.
That's a curveball.
And
I haven't
now
seen this
for
hero
something
yet.
completely different.
Has that hero been picked yet?
Allow me to consult.
I think it
the Book
might be
of
his
Armor.
first game.
Legion Commander has had 2 games. Won one, lost one, it seems.
Oh, right, IG. We did actually see that. Scroll all
So,
down before.
so VGJ played it against EG, and you had IG played against Mineski.
And IG won, and VGJ Thunder lost, I believe. Or? Yeah, it looks like it.
5
Yes,
seconds
IG won.
remaining.
Okay, interesting. So obviously, Vici are picking this as a counter pick. They want to lane the Legion against Batrider. And then they also have duel against Clinks later on, which is actually really good. A Blade Mail Legion eats this guy alive. If he catches the duel during strafe, you just dead. And in addition to that, it's a great setup for relocate too, because of how long duel lasts. You actually have time to relocate in and assist in that duel kill. So very good pairing. I like this pick here. I think it's pretty good.
I'm liking the offlane too. Like not even the offlane, like the press the attack to work with Io, like the sustain you get from the two of them.
Yeah.
To just keep pushing, and it could just be Io and Gyrocopter going together.
They could even play Io Legion. That's actually true. That's
and you just give Gyro the space with something like I would say Venge, but whatever else is good for that safe lane support. But then you're still stuck with Tiny and mid.
Wyvern.
It's Oracle.
Secondary counter to Batrider.
All right. Got it.
Vici Gaming has managed to draft a lineup with 5 heroes that all have 50% win rate or less in this tournament. The majority of them less than 40. Gyro at 40, Io at 37 or 38, Tiny at 38, Legion Commander at 50, and Oracle at 20.
Yeah.
If you add up all these numbers, you get a combined win rate
5 seconds.
of about 160%. That's really bad.
Hey, they have a 160% chance to win this game.
That's how... I'll ask Nahas later. I don't think that's how it works. We didn't learn that much about probability in school, but I'm pretty sure that's not how it works.
Yeah, that's not. I remember my lessons.
Okay.
Maths is one of the very few things I was good at school.
I love probability, by the way. I'm just pretending. And that sounded sarcastic, but it wasn't.
It really did.
Probability is pretty fascinating, actually, when you get into it a bit.
Probability.
When you get into it, it's actually very interesting. And some things are very surprising to you. I can show you an example later.
Thank you very much.
Just remind me.
Okay.
I'll tell you.
I will remind you to surprise me with probability. Back to the game of Dota 2. Vici Gaming have really good counters to the Batrider on so many fronts now. I'm not saying like relocate save needs to happen again, but Legion Commander, Press, Oracle, obviously with a false promise. It's difficult for Team Secret to get that grab onto Tiny and get the instant kill. So it's on with Sustained Fight and Troll Warlord.
Oh, that's
going to answer the call.
That is another hero we've barely seen.
That's a mid-1 Troll Warlord too.
Looks like it. I think that's one of the heroes that should do pretty well in lane against Tiny. Just Whirling Axis, grab CS. Tiny's way of dominating the lane is very much about using the tree and the damage advantage to just grab a lot of denies, and if Troll can blind him first, he can probably grab those key CS, and then they're pretty happy. I wonder if... Can tree throw miss? I don't think it can, right? I actually know. I think it can miss.
We have another thing to start testing on the laptop at the back later on.
Yeah, we've been testing some interactions with Strafe. That's been very interesting.
Yeah.
Very educational, you forget about it after a minute. You don't actually even know how it works.
I just remember Fog throwing his hands up in the air going, I don't understand mechanics anymore.
No, I remember him throwing his hands up in the air when OD Pixel... So it was OD testing this guy. So he was testing Strafe, different interactions. He was like, oh, so we're going to try throwing a tree at Klinks while he's strafing. And he was like, oh, it went right through him. And he tried like 3 times, and then Fog was like, they're on the same team, idiot. put the Klinks in the other team. And then that changed it a bit, actually, surprisingly. But not as much as you would think. But yeah, that was fun.
Oh my god.
Yeah, don't have OD test your interactions. It's not good.
Yeah, this is why we always call up. You know, like Fog's when he's at an event, he sends a message to like Tsunami and say, "Hey, Tsunami, can you test this? Like this doesn't seem right."
I need an adult.
Yeah.
Can I get someone competent?
I require someone with a very extraordinary beard to test this. That's a requirement for testing mechanics in Dota.
I require someone with a set of skills. Just a set of skills that OD Pixel does not have. So,
yeah.
Looking at these drafts, we made it a lot of fun of the win rates of Vici Gaming's lineup, obviously, but I think in its entirety it actually looks pretty good. They have a good amount of ways of starting fights with both the Tiny and Legion Commander. They have Save with Oracle and Io. They have strong team fight with the Gyrocopter, and they have the laning options, at least, against this Batrider. So obviously Secret, by picking that 4th, did leave a bit of leeway for Vici Gaming to solve that problem in their draft. And on the Secret side, I think they're very reliant on Batrider in this game. I think Fata needs to have a good time so they can get this Blink Dagger up and running and start fights with the Lasso. But if they do, they have so much follow-up damage. They have so much follow-up to this Lasso. All of Elder Titan stuff, they have Strafe, they have Troll ulti, and there's also a Kristen main in this game.
Yeah. Well, let's get a bit of a bearing for our lanes for where everyone did actually end up. So CM and Klinks up on the top lane up against Legion and Oracle. That puts in towards the mid lane. It will be Ori's Tiny. They're going against mid one's Troll Warlord. And damn, 11's already being aggressive. He wants to find as much information as possible. No surprise that it's an Io and a Gyrocopter on bottom lane against Fada. He's just throwing out... Do they have a stick yet? They do not have a stick yet. They will need to buy one of those. But it's Yapsaw and Fada teaming up on bottom. And look how much they're already centering the camp. They know how Yapsaw plays this. Stack, then Spirit run at you and kill you. That's the way it works.
I was talking to Fogged earlier today about this Elder Titan, and he said that a lot of players in the past have gone 1-1-1 build, and that the 1-2 build seems to be favored a lot more nowadays. So we're going to see if Yapsaw is onto that trend or has his own idea.
Oh, Puppy went for Nova to begin with, so he doesn't have the Frostbite for control, but 11's losing a lot of life. There goes the Nova. Puppy doesn't get the bounty room, but 11 copying a lot of damage from Ace's Searing Arrows, but Puppy needs to survive a little longer. It will not happen. Too much damage with the Fortune's End. They find the kill. Paparazzi's not a healthy man on bottom. They're battling under Spirit and getting sticky napalmed up too.
That was a very clever skill point in Press the Attack, by the way, from 11. That was very nice.
Oh, Yapsaw. How much damage? Plus 30 into Paparazzi. That's 2 napalm stacks on him. He's got stick charges, thanks to the fact that both Lanham as well as Paparazzi ran up and grabbed themselves the sticks. That's why they actually were in peril range.
Lanham wants to take damage right now. He's trying to take damage because he wants to heal Paparazzi and he doesn't have overcharge. So he's just aggroing the creeps to get hit here and heal up with the Tango.
He's got 7 napalm charges on him, but Fada's too low to really make any kind of play from it.
Yeah, he's fine. I mean, the attacks hurt, but yep, they're all good now.
Yep.
Mid lane, I'm curious to see how this lane goes with the Troll versus Tiny. By the way, we should mention... No, never mind. The runes were 2 for 2. I actually thought 3 runes went to Vici, but they didn't. I still feel like Tiny is fine in this lane, but it's one of the better heroes against him, the Troll. So I'm kind of expecting this lane to be a draw. We'll see how it goes.
Paparazzi's looking for another kill. Flat Cannon comes off cooldown. It's like, hey, Yapsaw, can you stand close, please? They oblige.
Yeah, I like this idea from Vici Gaming in this lane. They know that they're going to be pressured a decent amount by this Batrider, but if they can just keep pushing in the lane with Flak Cannon. They limit Fata's options of playing this aggressively. They secure a lot of CS for themselves. And Batrider is pretty bad at CSing on the tower, so he needs to use mana to get these CS, and that is an indirect way of pressuring the lane, basically. Just forcing him to use resources to grab the kills.
Oh, they're going up on top lane. 11 wants to have a bit of a crack over towards Ace. He was already able to hit a two-man overwhelming odds, held the press the attack back. But a lot of chip damage. So bottom lane's got all the survivability they want. Tiny's having a fantastic time CSing in mid. He's gone 9-6 against the 9-0 of the Troll Warlord. And bottom lane's just zoned out.
Yep. I'm actually a bit surprised with this mid. I thought Tiny was going to be fine, but not that he was going to own.
The live. 11's coming underneath the tower. Puppy has no frostbite, tries to juke it around the tower, but Ace may be okay with this. If he can get the last hit into 11, he doesn't have mana to use the TP scroll, but with Quelling Blade he can just cut his way to freedom.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to TP back. Ideally he wants to stay here and get regened up by a courier. Courier usage, it is turning into flying in 10 seconds. So.
They're going again on bottom. Oh, this Flak Cannon damage Fada as well as ET just can't stand against it. And 11 actually...
Oh, he died on purpose.
Okay.
Just ran into tower. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
Ace gets the kill on that.
Yeah. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say the fact that you died literally next to the tier 1 tower was on purpose.
Okay, just
I do remember a specific
time.
Admiral Bulldog misclick at TI3 actually, where he just ran his Nature's Prophet into the enemy team and got killed. I don't think this was that one. It has happened before, but it's very rare that people just click somewhere and just stop playing the game.
It's like, I didn't realize, he just stops for a drink of water, the bottle covers his eyesight so he doesn't see the screen anymore. Hey guys, sorry. This is why we have water, boys. They're ready to go top lane again. 11th underneath the tower. And there's the attack coming towards Ace, and well, Puppy, again, still without that frostbite, can't just get the lockdown for the extra juke.
And Ace needs to be a bit careful in this lane and in general with playing against Oracle, because obviously this Fortune's End can purge Strafe. I do believe it does hit during Strafe. It doesn't count as a projectile. This is why we need to look this or test these things, because it actually matters a lot whether the thing you want to purge Strafe with is a projectile that can miss on Strafe, such as Nullifier. Yeah. Because that is not a counter.
Oh, 11. Press the attack, he has to use it quickly. The Searing Arrow won't be enough damage. Same with the Puppy attack, but Fenrir may not be fine. Puppy's got Nova. He can even Mango to do it. And in fact, that's what happens. He could have stick charged, actually. Kept that health regeneration coming up.
He's got plenty of Mangoes. I think the stick charge is actually more important at this stage to keep him alive if there's a fight.
Wondering how long until you see the rotation from Team Secret. Mid 1 doesn't seem to be having a good time against Ori. He's a full level behind. And as far as CS goes, it doesn't seem like that big of a deal, but he was forced to walk all the way back to base. That's the reason why he's so far back.
That's a really big loss. Walking back is basically the same as dying.
Yep. Long way behind. Bounty runes are up for the 5-minute mark. It looks like it's going to be 3 to Secret, 1 to VG.
Yep.
This bottom lane just can't move off the lane.
Oh, Yeps actually went 2-1 build. So really banking on landing that stun. Oh, there's a lot of stickies on bottom.
And the hit. Oh, they just keep the Firefly going right on top of Paparazzi. He needs to get a little closer, but Paparazzi, he's got the help of Lanham. These stick charges just built up so much.
It's hard for Batrider to go on the Rocket Barrage level 2. He has to have a lot of stickies to grab this kill, because with that sustain, if he's next to Paparazzi for just a few seconds, he gets shredded apart by the barrage. And that's exactly what happened. So Vici Gaming keeping it cool there. Kind of baited him to go, actually. Usually 5 stickies is a kill, but they knew their limits.
Yep. They just hold their ground. Now it's the Amso who's the man who has to stay in the lane. If he can do so.
Oh, he's in trouble.
Flak Cannon, it's going to hit again. Homing Missile, that one's it's level 1 only, so Yapsor should be okay.
Yeah.
It's Ori who's actually in. Alright, 11 came in. Give him a little press the attack, and mid 1 can no longer keep up, and they'll rotate over for a Shrine. So really nice that the off-laner as well as the mid are able to make the most efficiency on Shrine.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Oracle was still even able to get the experience on top lane while that was going on. And the push on bottom's pretty heavy.
Yeah, Oracle's a strong support to have levels on early on. So much magic damage output. Can start looking to aggress on Puppey here. He might cast out Nuke or two. No, he's holding it for now. Just combining their spells in the top lane is actually so much... Oh, actually, 11 is maxing press the attack. Interesting. That's very unusual. You almost always see the overwhelming odds maxed out first.
Yeah, I'm wondering why that's the case. Like, now he goes in for press the attack. They go in towards Puppey, but Ace, he deals so much damage.
Oh, with a rotation from Yapzor.
Yeah, putting the spirit into...
Oh, that's a late TP Fenrir.
And now Puppey. Yeah, okay, yeah. Got the Frostbite to cancel the TP, yeah.
I'm hearing Troll ulti.
He's farming in the jungle.
Yep. That's hype.
You got excited, did you?
It's one of those global sounds you hear and you're like, oh, something's happening. It's like, no, don't worry. It's like when you hear the Pudge ulti and you're like, oh, who did he hook? Who did he hook?
It's like
and it's eating a Centaur crit. It's like, okay.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Thanks, Pudge.
Hey,
at least...
Thanks. Was that on purpose?
No, it wasn't.
I'm gonna start saying thanks Pudge instead of thanks Purge.
Yeah.
That's good.
Paparazzi is just pushing this bottom lane so hard. That's why the Firefly is down from Fada, trying to mop up the creep wave, but it's a little off the target. So they still get some extra damage. Ori does his rotation as well as the Tiny. Hit the daytime, so welcome to all the vision. 3 heroes on bottom lane for VG to add pressure. But this gives more space to mid one.
Yeah. At the same time, though, Oracle is actually not the worst support to have standing against Troll. You can grab the CS with Purifying Flames, and Troll can't really aggress on you. You can just disarm him.
No, Ori. He sees the TP coming in from Puppey. Frostbite, no, he'll start with a Nova on the edge of the call down. So protection available from VG, and they just... Secret cannot keep the chase going. Even mid one rotated for this.
That second call down missile just slowed Troll so much. Couldn't pursue it at all. How much is the slow percentage? Is it 60 or something? Yeah, it's 60. Almost cuts him down to 100 move speed.
There is one huge thing that's coming the way of Team Secret. It's the fact that Ace is getting a good start on the Clinks, which probably means that this Clinks will have a lot more of an influence than the last 2 Clinkses we've had on this stream.
Yes, absolutely. He is off to a good start. We've seen a Clinks earlier today that got farmed, I think. I'm trying to remember who it was. We did have one Clinks game with a very farm safe. Was it Ame? It was Ame against Windstrike. Ame was Clinks that game. That's when they had the Huskar mid.
Oh yeah.
He had a very farm safe lane Clinks, and they just destroyed that game with their laning of Huskar mid. Not going to be the case this time around. Those Secrets laning stage has not gone all too well. It's also not been awful. This lead is definitely not the biggest deal.
Yeah.
It's more the
manageable. Like it's you're 1.3, 1.4k gold ahead.
It's the implications of what happens later in the game that I'm worried about.
Legion gonna try this. He's got duel available. Puppey is nearby, gets the Frostbite off, and Ace becomes a winner. They relocated in, but it came so late. Ace can't run out of it. Yapzor will arrive. The call down does this work, and Ori tossing around the poor Crystal Maiden. Sick charges and raindrops protected for a little bit. As Yapzor, well, the relocate, they go back to bottom lane, completely safe.
That's a pretty even trade.
It's the Clink's getting the plus 10.
Clink's got 10 damage.
That's nice denial of the bounty from mid one.
Yeah, that was a really early duel compared to when the relocate came in. I like the idea. The moment he dueled, I thought Oracle was level 6, and then he was just going to save him.
Yeah.
But I looked over, it's like 5, and okay.
Maybe they had a little bit of miscommunication.
Bottom lane. They should know Ace is here. The spirits exploded.
He copped a ball.
Yeah, they're backing off.
Well, that's mid one. Thinks about the mid lane. Yapzor. It's got plus 51 damage, but that's still a Legion Commander with duel near a tier 1 tower. That could always spell problems. Ori's got a lot of space up on top. He's actually just free farming his Blink deck, and no one's there. The Batrider's left.
Yeah.
Fada's actually going jungle stacking.
And this is the big problem. It's like you look at the gold lead, it's like it's 1k, whatever. Now it's 2k, just barely. It's a lead that's relatively significant right now, but shouldn't matter that much. It's the concern I have for Secret is how poor this Batrider is. Like that's the real big issue. Is that 2k lead is pretty much Batrider's missing net worth. Yep. That's a slight exaggeration, but like 1k to 1500, right? He's 1200 behind the Legion Commander. And we said in the start, this Batrider needs items in this game to initiate the fights for his team, and Fatz's laning stage has just not gone well at all bottom. It's one of the limitations of this hero is if you're not winning the lane, it's so hard to farm, you know, like
Oh, maybe this is a good opportunity. They go on towards the mid lane after 11. Puppy need to get that extra control. The Stomp's too far away, and the attacks from range won't do the work. Meanwhile, up on top, Far to try and drag Ori back into the Firefly and back in range of the tier 1 tower. Mid 1, does he have that extra attack? Ori gets the kill onto Fada in return. He used that combination. Legion will lose his life. And the support, Fenrir, has a long channel and a long flight. Yapsol puts him to sleep. He doesn't put Paparazzi to sleep. Chasing up the mid one with the cooldown. Here's that slow phase boost back off cooldown, but mid one just starts the TP. The second he gets up the hill, so he gets away to safety. No more stuns available.
And that's a lot of space for Klings. That was very nicely played by Secret. Even though, at the same time, Fata does die top to the Tiny, at the very least, Ace almost got a
not like this, not like this. Blink reveal, Ori just combos him and then punches him.
It's going to be a tower trade. Looks like
11 wants to go on bottom lane.
Oh, maybe not. Reload.
After Ace, he's going to go for the duel. It's off cooldown right now, so it's just the IO coming down, but it's enough to buff him up, and Ace will go not down during the duel, but still dead.
He is not a loser. He's just dead.
I think there's only winners in duels. Like, loser doesn't lose damage. This isn't like a silence. Like,
well, you're still a loser. You just didn't lose damage.
Participation.
You lost your life. That's pretty bad. That's worse. Actually, in Dota, sometimes that would be better. Imagine if you lost damage. If you could lose the duel and survive, but you lost 10 damage. Like, okay, picture this. Duel is a new, like, duel gets changed, so it's not a duel to the death. The duel just ends when the timer's up, and whoever is lower health loses damage, and whoever is higher health gains damage. So it doesn't kill. It just is a damage exchange, and then the heroes reset their health to what they were before he cast duel.
That's like guaranteed duel damage almost every single time then.
Yeah, it's pretty good. That's what I'm saying. So sometimes it's better. What I was saying was it's better to die than lose damage, because that version would be broken. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, Toby.
I don't know. Your version sounds pretty broken. I thought I'm the one that comes off with the broken stuff.
Just pay attention. Just listen to what I'm saying, Toby. It's not.
You sound like a raving madman.
I know I'm right, Toby.
Okay, you're spending way too much time with Slacks. Way too much time with Slacks. Had a bad effect.
I've barely seen him this event.
He's hiding.
He's planning something really weird.
Yeah.
I can't wait. All right. Bad Rider TP bottom. Looks like Secret actually wants to try to fight for this tower.
He's got no blink dagger, but he got the drum charges up.
Oh, there's an Oracle right behind with ult.
Yeah, there's your run. More supports coming in. They want that lasso, and 11. Well, he's already broken free, but the lasso didn't come in, so they didn't start with that. Ace has joined the fight as well. He has the Death Pact up, but Ori sees him running underneath the Sentry Wall. They just try and beat the crap out of it, but they don't get it. The cooldown whiffs quite heavily. Fada still wants the movement forward, doesn't have the drum charge available just yet. A sticky napalm stacking up on the Legion commander. Ori back in again with a blink dagger, going after Fada. Mid one has the homing missile coming towards him as well, so he wants to try and fight this one. The missile will connect. Puppy creating space with the freezing field, but mid one gets absolutely destroyed. ET, however, this is big from Yapsol. The perfect spirit stomp into Splitter, then the lasso. They get the extra control, but no, they don't. Press the attack, breaks him free. He's got the duel, but 11 burns to death. Latham staying in the fire and the flames. He has to move off to the side. Creates the space required as Team Secret. The fight even split up so hard that Ori was chasing the support Puppy off to the side. That looked good, but it looked so extended the Vici could reposition.
This was a really awkward fight, just overall. The way it started, they see the Clinks, they jump in with Tiny, he runs away. They call down nothing, and it's this awkward poke and prod where nobody really commits, and then when Secret really commit, Vici still had enough in the tank to just sustain, because again, the Bat Rider can't really get in and deal the damage. And Troll, right now, this is my problem with Troll, okay? So I think this hero is really bad this patch personally, and the reason is I feel like he needs so much time to come online. And in this game, Mid One is trying to make his hero relevant earlier by rushing Vlad's, but like, what does he do in the fight? Yeah, so we're gonna see it here. They saved 11 up to full health. They've used Oracle ulti. There's the tiny jump, call down completely whiffs, and now we have these awkward like 10 to 15 seconds where the heroes are running in circles, and Secret are just slowly getting prodded while Vici Gaming heal up their heroes. They're healing with IO. They can heal with the Oracle. See, this toss avalanche actually fails on the Bat Rider, but damage is slowly being dealt. IO is being healed. In turn, that heals Gyro, and you just see the economy battle slowly but steadily favoring Vici Gaming because of their healing.
Yeah.
And while this combo is good, There's no damage left.
Yeah, there was no follow-up.
There's no damage left.
They get the Firefly after that point. There was no setup. There was no control. Like, that's why you look for heroes like the Enigma to be picked up and then having a big AoE combination directly after it. But what is that combination? YapzOr does the work, but...
Yeah, the problem, again, like, Troll is not ready for this fight. Yeah. He's just not ready, and Clinks was low.
Well, Relocate's coming in, they guaranteed the kill, but now YapzOr, he at least gets the stomp. Fada, be careful, trying to run out. Poppy lets it go on the Oracle. He may have to false promise himself, but that's if he can get out of the lasso. He's just tanking all the damage, because magical damage, Oracles don't care about that. They're too smart. Your intelligence doesn't reach them. Fada will get nuked down. YapzOr can get the stomp. Finally, it's brute force from YapzOr that gets the kill, but Ori begins his TP. There's no stun that will reach him in time.
Mid one bought
and that was a buyback for it too.
Oh, this Troll is so delayed in this game. It's a 7k gold lead now for Vici. It's starting to look really scary and Secret. They're behind, and a lot of the times we look at when a team is behind, okay, what's their comeback? What's the comeback plan? Do they look for a fight? Is there like some sort of key item that's going to change and swing this game around that will set them up for a fight? I'm just looking at this lineup, and all I see is this Troll.
It's
just needing...
It's a Desolator for Clink, so they have a chance to just slip it and try and do Roshan. But the ping from Roshan came out from Fenrir like 10 seconds ago.
I think mid one needs to find some sort of secret item hidden in the woods. Some sort of hidden item that will...
Remember those hidden items which were in Warcraft 3 Dota?
Yeah, and when you played the campaign.
Yeah. And you had them like also on the Dota map.
Oh yeah, in the .9 patches where you had to summon something.
Yeah.
In the Invoker patch, where you could summon Invoker by doing some things.
Hello, Ace, run away!
Dude, that was hype. They all broke the smoke and they just stood there, and then they left.
Just like, that was hype. That was totally hype. Hype.
What an awkward position to be. That was such an awkward moment. It's like, okay guys, we're going to smoke to the high ground, we're going to jump them. Their smoke breaks and they just stand there like, wait, what? And then they left.
Like, okay. They're in the trees. They're in the trees, alright? I know this for a fact.
That's a funny situation.
But 11 wants to fight. He bought this Blink Dagger. He's just been itching for a battle ever since he got the damn thing. But no one from Team Secret is obliged.
They still got the mid tower though, so they got what they really came for. The reason Vici wanted to smoke around here and get a jump was that it would secure their mid tower push, and since they just got it anyway.
How long are we going to wait here? Alright, hang on. They have not moved from this triangle. Like,
they're standing under a ward, so it's like...
Yeah.
You know, Secret... No,
but exactly they don't know. Like, it's going to time out in 1 second time, and they're going to say, look at the... Oh, the flower. Oh, hey boys, we will see.
Oh, that's why. So now 11 is like, nice, they lost their ward. So now I'm going to stay here, and now they won't see me. He's going to start farming Ancients. That's probably for the better.
Meanwhile, Fada's been farming up in the bottom lane, pushing it in. You're going to lose your tier 2 tower up on top Team Secret, but you've got the Hood of Defiance built up on the Bat Rider, so he can at least tank through a little bit more.
He still has so much ground to cover, right? I feel like this is a hard Bat Rider game because the only way he really gets a lasso that's reliable is probably with the Blink Dagger, but even then there's the Oracle ulti to save and to press the attack. They have two great counters.
Hey, as Vici Gaming didn't have the vision this time around.
This is really nice for Secret if they pull this off.
They're actually going to claim Roshan. I said with the Desolator they could potentially go down and do it, but Vici Gaming have been caught napping. Ori is nearby, but it's Aegis the Immortal. They will grab it, and Ori's just like, does he jump in? His Blink Dagger was on cooldown. He couldn't get in to blink into the pit and get the Avalanche to cancel the TP out.
Wow, that's such
And Ace, wait, is he getting a Courier snipe too? No, he's going to TP out safely. He doesn't get everything.
That is such a steal. That's the biggest play for Secret all game.
That bought him time. That bought him huge amounts of time. So you want to swing the probability chance around? That's the way to do it.
High risk, high reward.
Basically. I love how a team 2, which is like 6k ahead, decent amount of kills ahead, has a 51% chance to win this game according to win probability.
Yeah, I still don't truly know how the Dota Plus algorithm works, if it takes just pub statistics from all games, or if it takes it from a specific bracket, or what it uses. I would not say this game is 50-50 right now.
Fada's just burning these drum charges. There's a homing missile on his tail, but this feels like a bait. If they chase it out, look at everyone coming down. Klings is ready to fight. They'll see so much information to ball. It'll connect. 3 hits to kill off Lanham. With the press the attack, it's not enough life to survive. Mid one's range axis will miss. I think that's like the 3rd time I've seen those miss, and the support has arrived. Ori under the cover. Swings, avalanche, toss. What a fan. Thank you, EG. It's going to be EG taking the kill. I don't know why I'm thinking EG.
That's secret.
There's a clap. Puppy on the run, and it's a lasso. They at least found Lanham again. He bought back to be part of this fight. Ace is on the run. Paparazzi will have the double kill, and Team Secret are gone.
That was such a great jump from Ori. Thank you, EG.
Thanks, EG. I don't know why.
Maybe he got inspired. No. EG has picked Tiny and they've been winning. And he's been watching EG. It's like, oh, Tiny has 38% win rate, but EG keeps winning. Maybe I should play like them. What would Samael do?
Okay, you don't have to save me, man. I'm in my hole. Let me be buried. I done fucked up.
I'm not giving you credit for that. I'm just, you know.
You're a good.
I'm saving the show, not you.
Let's try this cast. You cast this one properly, right?
All right, so Io died. That ain't good. But now Tiny comes in. This is hype. It's gonna jump. Good combo. There's the call down. I can play a lot better than this. By the way, I'm just making you look good. So there you go.
You are a true friend, Sind.
Absolutely.
Friendship wins games.
I'm a good guy. I'm a good guy. Very humble. Humble, good guy.
Well, terrific fight. We come back live. Dire Observer Ward's down. They have a sentry as well. So that's actually an Observer and sentry down from Vici Gaming. So they have a lot of information. They'll get rid of the Observer Ward on the hillside. They may have their own taken out if Puppy can get close enough to it. But at the moment, I don't think that's possible. Tier 2 tower looks pretty well doomed. You got the ET delaying things with Spirit Stomp.
Yeah, it's still... This tower is still just absolutely dead. And the bad news for Secret is, I mean, as bad as that fight was for them, they even had an Aegis, you know? Like, this Aegis was supposed to give them some sort of a comeback fight into the game. But, it just, yeah, it resulted in absolutely nothing. The Aegis was basically completely wasted in that fight. It did nothing, so...
Oh. The three-man smoke rotating between the tier 2, tier 3 tower. Puppy about to take it for the team. Jump in, duel 3 hits, winner! It really wasn't.
It really wasn't. Absolutely. Does she say that randomly or when it's a short duel?
I think it's like when it's a really short duel. That's gonna be a trigger line.
And that was...
The Crystal Maiden did maybe 50 damage in return. Ace is looking at this top. Now, with the mech on Lanham, this is so difficult to find a kill. He's already got good armor. With the help of mid-one... Okay, no, mid-one's leaving.
Sorry, man. I still need 3 items.
I'm not online yet. I need my BKB. And he does. He still needs another 1,000 gold to get the BKB up and running.
Even then, it's tough. It's going to help a lot. At least he can start fighting with that BKB, but it still feels like he will need a 3rd item afterwards to truly be online with this hero.
Really good scan from Team Secret. They just want to check the cliffside again now they've lost their Observer Wards up there. Just to see if they're safe, and yeah, they're revealing. They see the Observer Ward. Mid-one can now feel a little bit more secure on the bottom lane. Meanwhile, Ace has finally did what he started before. They burned the fortification VG to stop the tier 1 tower snipe. But they're losing their mid. This is the last remaining outer tower for Team Secret, now gone.
11 just doesn't care about the stomp. He's just going to walk. What does this ghost do? He just walks into it?
Oh, he's a fan of the Supernatural.
Yeah.
Not the TV series.
Oh, I have no idea what you're talking about.
You know, like I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Who you gonna call? 11, 11, 11.
That's the Ghostbusters song?
Yes. It's the Ghostbusters song.
The artist is called Supernatural?
No, Supernatural is the TV series.
But you said it wasn't the TV series.
Ghostbusters is a movie. Details?
I'm so confused. You said Supernatural, and then you said not the TV series. So what's Supernatural?
As in the supernatural things in the world?
Just in general?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you said he's a fan of Supernatural, not of the Supernatural. So I thought it was a band.
There's probably a band called Supernatural.
Surely. I actually think this is really irrelevant for this game.
It really is. It totally is. Let's move back to the game, huh? BKB is done. So Min1 finally has an item that allows him to stand in the fights. He actually went Vlad's and BKB in this game. Like, he really just wants to have that lifesteal.
Yeah.
The sustain for him and his team.
What do you buy next, though? Dagger? Sanjin Yasha?
SMY seems a little over the top with both Vlads. It seems limit
duel.
Yeah, inside the base as well. Don't know if this is going to be possible to do. Mid one comes out, and 11. Yeah, he doesn't survive from it. Lasso, Farda wants to bring him in a little bit closer. The splitter, trying to create more space. Call down is good for the false promise. 11's getting life in Fenrir. He's in so deep. So is Ori. He jumps right on top of Puppey. Legion as well as the CM going down. AC's a new target. Lanham is it. He's already burned the mech. Got 10 stick charges available. Mid one can't get closer from Paparazzi, but his own BKB turns back into the fight. No flat cannon charges remaining anymore, but they found Farda outside the base. Puppey brought back to be involved still. But maybe Vici Gaming feel like they're forcing the issue a little too hard.
That duel was very ambitious. I like the idea of just going for it, but if he didn't, I don't think he had the backup of Tiny. I would imagine Ori would have just helped him there and got the kill and not hesitated. Maybe he was worried that, oh, we're going to get counterplayed too hard by Elder, but Tiny shouldn't care. So he definitely could not have been in position. He gets out of that sleep really quickly. They kind of salvaged it, honestly. They got a buyback out of Puppey, and it ended up just being a 2-for-1 trade for them with a really questionable jump out of 11.
Well, they want to go on the mid one. Ori finds the target, relocates coming in. Crystal Maiden and ET are in the neighborhood, but they need to keep Troll alive long enough. Mid one. Yeah, that ain't happening.
That's a really short battle trance. He barely even started meditating before he died.
Spiritual enlightenment.
Oh, I like this build from Ori, by the way. He's going Butterfly on Tiny. It's very nice, this game. Against the Klings and Troll, they're so reliant on getting these physical hits in. He knows that his status resistance is going to keep him safe from the Batrider and Elder Titan.
I'm wondering if this actually forces Troll as well as Ace to go, like, you got the Scythe device on the way for Ace, but you need MKBs.
He's going to be such a hard kill. That is so difficult.
Well, Tiny's moving over. He's not underneath any sentry wards. Team Secret have that back closer towards the lane. And the Spirits do their scouting for them, and Ace has to just stay in front of the balls. At night times everywhere, Farda. Goes up and towards the sky. Ace has to pop the BKB. They're looking for a lasso, some kind of control. They'll get it over onto Paparazzi, stopping him from at least attacking, but Lanham stays tethered to him. They have not killed him off. Now Puppey lets it go with the ET splitter. It does not create enough control. Farda finished the job! He's done so. Now the jump in. It was hardly a contest!
He dueled a log. He just...
I mean, dueled a log?
The duel started and he died to a tree that was in the air. Like, that was... Could you imagine that?
Can we have that in 100 times slow motion?
I challenge you to a duel and there's just this tree that falls on top of you. You lose. That's basically what happened. Take 3 steps back. Oh, well. That's an easy duel.
Yeah.
But
Ori's coming in.
They got the gyro
Radiant Sentry. Ace is able to get Death Pact. I think Ori saw the Centaur just keel over. That's not Sunstroke, it's nighttime. They're both Obs and Sentry down to watch Ace's movements.
That fight, though, look how long it took them to kill the gyro. Like, they dropped pretty much everything on it.
Here we go.
So long. Yeah, we're going to see it here. So he is tethered up, and they will overcharge him, and he's going to use the BKB. First of all, they force out Ace. Okay.
Oh, never mind. We come back live to a duel in mid, and Troll Warlord's down. Ace tried to help out, but you've got Fenrir behind with False Promise.
Yep. It's going to be full HP.
Do we try the replay again?
Just kidding. He actually didn't really get healed at all, surprisingly. He's going to farm full HP on the dragons anyway.
Roshan's up. In they go. Ari's like, hey guys, that's Nagus.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Aegis on Gyro right now is almost impossible for Secret to deal with. They can kill the IO once, but IO will have buyback relocate, so they can't kill the Gyro twice. Oh, that's even a DD. There you go. Thank you, Gabe Newell. One for my boy Paparazzi.
Yeah, this is a very quick Roshan. There is no way. Like, you even think Batrider could come in and contest it, but because the build that Farda's gone for, he's gone for Pipe, he's trying to keep his team up, and then going to go into the BKB build.
Yeah.
Like, and until he has these things, he cannot stand in the engagements, and maybe it's just because he knows the Blink Dagger lasso just does not work against all the counters that Vici Gaming have to offer.
In order to get the dagger, he would have to get it early, and now it just feels too late.
Duel him in. Puppey. Well, he's surviving longer than he did last time. Whose laugh was that? Ooh.
I feel like every duel 11 wins in this game is so silly. Now he won a duel while he was sleeping. Can you just have a normal duel?
It doesn't seem like a fair contest. Like, Legion Commander with no honor. Isn't she meant to be like the end of a huge army that died and she...
You don't read the lore.
I don't read the lore.
Ask Slacks, he knows everything.
from the battlefield, she survived.
Pretty sure nobody talks like that.
Yeah, I have no idea. I remember just her being disgraced or something. I remember that. She is a disgrace. Picking on a poor Crystal Maiden.
You know, they say just pick the battles you can win.
Oh, that's a nice observer word to do, Ward.
Good word.
What is this dire obs doing?
But it's
interesting.
It's a good word, but it will get dewarded, obviously, because of the sentry. They're just trying to get as much information as they can before they go for that deward.
Well, they saw Fenrir come down the hill. I don't know if Fenrir... They're actually not close enough. It's inside the fog of war. So, Vici do not see it unless they're going to walk up to the edge, which they're probably not going to do. But bottom lane, here comes Sparta. They need this kill. Yapsil's got to put the spirit down. Lanham can't relocate him back out again, can he? No, they can't. Lasso's there. They focus him down. Now the attention is to turn towards Paparazzi. More support is coming in from VG Gaming. Tiny, ready with the blink. Remember, he's got the cheese. And Aegis Simors and Gyrocopter. This is not a kill that Team Secret can take. And Puppy, oh, not again. Maybe with the BKBs off their hide, they're fighting a little bit further up. Mid one up against the Tiny. The split is coming through as they just focus down in 11. He still wins the duel, but he'll lose his life to Ace. Paparazzi was frostbitten up, but remember, he's got the Aegis Immortal. Even if they get the kill, it's not worth much. Farda's controlled up by Ori. Tossed up and down. You'd think Farda is a great hero to go up and towards the air, but it ain't happening here. He's not even going into Firefly. It's like he accepts his fate and just dies. Doesn't want to cut down the trees, which were his cover. 3 euros down for Team Secret. About a minute window opened up for VG Gaming.
Yeah, they didn't even need to buy back their IO there. Really great control from Lanham. I think a lot of players in that situation buy back the IO and come in, but they felt like they could win the fight anyway, so they wouldn't need him. And as a result, now if there's a fight in the Dire base, he can relocate it for this one and play with his Gyrocopter. So this looks to more than likely be a lane of barracks.
You have to let it go, right? Like, you don't fight this or else Ori kills you.
They have Glyph. They have Glyph, and Yapsor is spawning. It's a great hero for delaying, but not that great against Tiny.
Ori. Oh, no! He goes up to Poppy! He survives on 51 HP! He is the sacrificial lamb. Did he just die to crack? Okay, yeah. Goodbye.
He died to Fenrir.
Yeah, it was Fenrir? Okay. I was wondering what the hell just flew up and hit him.
Oh, that cost them a cheese to kill the Maiden. That's actually not that great, but they're in a very comfortable position anyway. So this tower's gone, or rather the Rex. And they're going to rotate in toward mid more than likely to try to use this Aegis. Good stomp from Yapsor, but the heal's there.
There's money for mid one at least. But yeah, bottom ranks. You expected it. Puppy dies. Shot. The defense will remain strong for now. Actually, they're coming outside their base. Klink's looking for an opening. Oh no, really? He just started his attack to get the death pact. It will give a little bit more life, but not enough. Ace is down. Buyback is available, but he's been saving up this money in order to buy the site of Vice. So he loses maximum amount.
I feel like we've seen this story before in the last Klink's game we had.
Yeah.
Save up money for the Hex. Finally, when they get it, the game looks really rough.
At least he has the money for the buyback. He didn't buy the ultimate orb and say, oh, I just need some stats or something. They finally get rid of that observer ward. Took a while.
They knew it was there for a long time, but they didn't want to give up the position and show that they knew it was there. So,
well, they come up. They just want the Klinks to buy back. That's the objective right now. They can just put Paparazzi on the front lines too. Lanham's giving him that scepter bonus. Not 25 just yet, so he's not attacking the same targets, but he'll do that pretty soon. Thanks to his 150 gold per minute, you know we'll have a Maelstrom. Oh, jump in. Ori. Goodbye, Poppy. And now they go again. BKB, duel on down as Batrider is the one who's just locked and controlled. Another winner, 168 plus on the dual damage. Mid one wants a good target, but he can't hit into Paparazzi. The sustain is just unbelievable. Paparazzi just lives through the entire thing. Mid one will go down. This really is the game. VG Gaming own Team Secret's base. They can toss Yapsor and Puppy away so they can isolate Ace. Puppy will let it go, but Ori will just punch her into oblivion. That's the game. That's the whole, yeah, done. Dunskies. Yeah.
The lanes went well for Vici Gaming. They did very well in all 3 lanes. Troll lost mid to the Tiny, and